Now,
Moving on to Louisville in South Florida.
here's an upset. Here we can now actually
UCF,
discuss. We can
I
now.
picked this is this is
USF.
where I picked my first upset as well.
Yep, this is where I think a lot of people. So it seems like the public is still in Louisville, which is good because I always get a little fearful when the whole public is, against a team. There has been no team as volatile as Louisville this year. No team. SMU doesn't count as this. Purdue doesn't. No one. Louisville has went out some nights and they have played a top 5 team as close and won the game. And then they go out and they'll play Wake Forest and they'll lose by 20. I do
I
not.
don't get. I have no idea how they do that. That is
I,
insane to me.
they make no sense. As we talked about earlier, 6 versus 11 has been very trendy in the last 10 to 15 years. And Louisville is most likely missing their star player, and Mikael Brown Jr. He's hurt, and he didn't
Yeah,
play the
yes.
tournament. So, of all the places to start talking upsets,
And another piggyback on that. Sorry, I know Michael Brown's out. Pat Kelsey has never won a game in the NCAA tournament.
Sorry, it's
He's
not
0
starting here.
he's 0-5.
that's really tough.
That's tough because he's going to be 0-6 because USF play. I think they play tough. They're physical. They're a physical basketball team, and I think they shoot the three well. If I remember right, Cooper, can you look that up for me?
Yes, I can.
I think they do. So, I have here. So here's the only caveat that I have to maybe the reason why Louisville can win this game, which is obviously Louisville probably a little bit more talented technically. South Florida does play their starters most of the minutes. They not deep at all. They play 5 to 6 guys most of the minutes. But with those starters, they really spread the ball around and are really good on both sides of the ball. They're top 60 nationally in both offensive and defensive efficiency.
Mm.
Even though they're not very deep. They're very good when those guys are in the game. So I'm still going to be on South Florida.
Yeah, I agree. And Dre, to answer your question, USF doesn't shoot the 3 ball that well. They shoot they shoot 33.1% as a team. So it's not great, but they do what they do well is they get to the free throw line. 23% of their points come from the free throw line, and they shoot 74.3% as a team from the free throw
That's
line.
good.
So they get there and make their free throws. So if you guys have watched what do you call it, USF play this year, they are long. They're not as good as St. John's, but they're kind of built very similar. They're long, they're lanky, they get after it, and they're very, very good on the defensive side of the ball. They had the